Good morning and welcome to Sports Talk on Atlantic Television Network. My name is Kingsley Mano and I'm very happy to be here this morning to bring you up to speed with the latest happening in the world of sport this moment. Top honor menu today, medals reign as a second governor during National Wrestling Classic climaxes. And coming from the world of tennis, Coco Gauff's 10 winning streak in National Bank Open. In football, Premier League club appoints a new manager. These and many more will be yours after the short timeouts. Please stay with us.
Hey, welcome to the StarTimes 35th anniversary celebration. To say thank you to every StarTimes family for being an integral part of our journey, StarTimes has decided to give you a price slash on decoders. Yes, we are slashing the price of our antenna decoder from 8,900 naira to 7,500 naira and the dish decoder from 13,300 naira to 9,900 naira. But that's not all. Existing subscribers can recharge for 2 months on their current bouquet and get upgraded to the next higher bouquet. And if you recharge on the classic or super bouquet, you'll receive a fantastic reward of extra 15 days of free viewing. You can enjoy our top local and international content. So, what are you waiting for? Quickly, visit any StarTimes outlet around you to recharge or buy your decoder between June 12th to August 31st to enjoy this fabulous offer. Wow! Yay! Let the celebration begin! StarTimes. Entertain your family. Hey, welcome to the StarTimes 35th anniversary celebration. To say thank you to every StarTimes family for being an integral part of our journey, StarTimes has decided to give you a price slash on decoders. Yes, we are slashing the price of our antenna decoder from 8,900 naira to 7,500 naira.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought a very firmly.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
telling him not to counterpunch.
You're welcome back to Sports Talk on Atlantic Television Network. Today's edition, of course, promises to be an exciting one today. We're going to take a look at a whole lot, of course, revolving around the world of for sports. Joining me on today's edition of the show is Kingsley Woke, the man who shares the same name with me. Good morning to you, Woke, and welcome to Sports Talk once again.
Yes, good morning, Kingsley, and good morning, everybody.
All right, let's start the show quickly with wrestling as the penultimate day of the second governor during National Wrestling Classics recorded tears of joy and mouth-watering actions from kick out to pinfall to title retaining and title clinching as wrestlers fought to push themselves in the way for the 2024 Olympic in Paris. It's a day to remember for Bayelsa-born wrestler Ogidi and Dick Onenebodi of Edo State on day 4 of the ongoing second Governor Jury Wrestling Classic after draw custom with victories in their respective weight classics. Ogidi continued his dominance in the 55 kg Greco-Roman to win gold as Ogun State's Samuel Ado claimed silver and Cletus Osafele of Godfrey Club came third with bronze. Dick of Edo State in the 60 kg Greco-Roman retained his national title to win gold, beating Terry Godfrey of Bayelsa State 4-3 points in a keenly contested bout at the indoor hall of Samson Siasia Stadium. Destiny Tangled of Eagle Club claimed bronze as well. Now, in the women's 62 kg freestyle event, River State Esther Kolawale proved too strong for her competitors to win gold. Bayelsa Degi Temene went home with silver just as Juliet Amakuro of a Sports Institution Club settled for bronze. Ebi Burgers of Bayelsa outperformed Rhoda Shohande of the Nigerian Army to clinch gold. Nigerian Rama Amiwande, of course, put up another impressive. The Nigerian Army wrestler, of course, put up another impressive prowess, in that particular one. But Woke was, a very, very interesting day in the governor jury, wrestling classic we saw yesterday. The likes of Ogidi and Esther Kolawale, the lady from River State here, of course, they actually showed, their class in that particular one. But what do you make of the results so far from the events?
Well, I think it's a very good one. We know wrestling to be a very big sport in Nigeria. Especially, we have seen down the years Bayelsa State taking the initiative. We have seen them produce lots of wrestlers who have also gone to do the nation proud at the international stage. And for me, them hosting this wrestling competition is not really a surprise thing for me. We know about Daniel Egali and how he has been able to promote wrestling and all that in the state. And they also have taken it outside the state bias. And we are seeing championship, and we've seen people from all walks of life across the country coming to participate. And for me, I'm very, very impressed. In fact, this is like a preparation, or let me say a trial for to see who will be able to come out for the 2024 Olympics in Paris. So for me, I'm very, very confident. The last Olympic we won silver, and I'm very, very confident that we can at least do more in Paris during the next Olympics. For me, wrestling has come to stay in the country, and Bayelsa is really promoting wrestling to the highest level. The preparation, the competition, and all that. Even the talents that are coming out from wrestling from the South especially is very, very commendable. So for me, I'm happy with the championship. I'm happy with people that won. And for me, I want them to go higher. In fact, I want them to replicate this when they go to the world stage. I know the world stage is a bigger stage. You see more talents, people that have more experience, people that have been there for over the years. But that's where you show your talent, not just being local champions and all that. You need to go to the world and show the world what you can do.
Interesting one so far. Bayelsa, of course, the hub of wrestling down here in Nigeria, and looking forward to see talents, of course, coming up from this particular wrestling championship being hosted by Governor Dio. There is here talking about the result. Ebi Balgos of Bayelsa had performed Roda Shonde for the Nigerian Army to clinch a gold. Nigerian Army Roda Shonde got silver, and Nkechi D. Mashesi for Nigerian Police Force settled for less. Commonwealth silver medalist Hannah Ruben for the Nigerian Army won gold in 76 kg women's freestyle. She defeated Kami Sodi, a dressman of Bayelsa State, 4-0 points to emerge champion. Ondo State, Kemi Ojo got bronze, while Kamasudi, dressman of Bayelsa State, won silver. Delta State Xavier Oguli caused the biggest upsets in the championship by beating the defending So Tunkumo 11-7 in out the men's 61 kg freestyle event. Franklin Kata Ketty, all for the Federal Road Safety Corps, won silver. Edo State Alison more finished third with bronze. The second, we hear the second Governor Dewey National Wrestling Classic Championship will come to a climax today as the battle for World Championship qualification gets tougher. Olympic silver medalist and Commonwealth champion Blessing Oborodudu, Commonwealth champion Uduna Dokore as well, and Amas Daniel are all expected to be on the mats today. So it promises to be an interesting clash, today when Blessing Oborodudu, Divine Odunaya Dukroye, Daniel as well, of course, gets on the mats, and we look forward to see how this one will be. Just like you mentioned, Nigeria will actually putting up that progress when it comes to wrestling, even in the global stage. Just like the Tokyo Olympic, we actually come up with a medal, and this time around, I think Daniel Gali is doing his best, to pick the best, of course, to the Paris 2024, and we'll keep our fingers crossed to see how this one will pan out at the end of the day. Interesting one coming from from Bayelsa, and as well a huge kudos to the governor of the state, Duyu Chiri. I hope to see this, of course, being replicated, in other states, not just Bayelsa State alone.
Yes, you could say, well, still good. When we have this maybe championship or taking place in maybe in some areas of the country or regions of the country, it helps to bring out the talents. You don't need to go far to be seen. You might be seen in your region. People will recognize you there. Maybe from there you can go a step higher. But when maybe it's in certain region, sometimes you might not have the logistics to go to show yourself, or maybe all those kind of things and all that. So it's better you start from where your region, let them know you, show yourself. Then when you come to this championship, you already be a known name or something like that. So for me, it's not about Bayelsa. You can host it in Lagos, you can host it in Kaduna, you can host it in Kano. Anywhere that the talent is, the championship should be there. I think the state governors should also emulate from the governor of Bayelsa State. I think in terms of promoting sports, I think he's been very, very fantastic. I know some governors have their own area of specialty. Some might be football, some might be basketball, some might be other sports. That's why I see in this country, every governor has his own strong point, or the sports he likes and the sports he does not like and all that. So for me, it might not really be wrestling, it may be other sports, but I think wrestling is something that we are conversant with. We are, in fact, we even in our villages, we have wrestlers. So we do it for fun. We do it for leisure. So if we can bring it out in, let me say, let it not be leisure again, let it be something that will bring a career to somebody that is aspiring and all that. It could also be something to work with, not just maybe if there's a festival, you call our wrestlers, they will come out and all that. No, you can convert it to making money through it and all that. So for me, there's a lot of talent in the country. It's just how we can be able to spot them and harness those talents. We have lots of wrestlers. Go to all the regions, northwest, northeast, south, southeast. Even in the south, we have so many talents, people that can wrestle. People fight even for free. So let them channel those things to making money. So that's just what I want to say.
All right, so let's quickly take a look at basketball on the show this morning as Nigerian senior basketball national team D Tigers will start their journey to make the 2024 Olympic after the schedule of games for the tournament was released by the organizers yesterday. D Tigers will tip off against five-time Afro basket champion Senegal on Monday, August 14 by 6 p.m. to begin the 2023 FIBA Basketball Pre-Olympic Qualifying Tournament. The game will be followed by another Group A encounter between Mali and Uganda at 9 p.m. on the same day. Meanwhile, Cameroon will open Group B against Guinea in an early fixture by 12 noon on Tuesday, August 15th. Before reigning Afro-Basket champion Tunisia will square up with DR Congo by 3 p.m. The second Group A game will also be concluded on the same day as the Nigerian D Tigers will take on Mali by 6 p.m. before Uganda do battle against Senegal by 9 p.m. Now, host Nigeria will conclude their Group A fixture against Uganda on Thursday against on Thursday, August 17th, while the semi-finals and final will be played on Saturday, August 19th and Sunday, August 20th, respectively. Sacramento Kings star Chimezeme 2 lead a 15-man squad invited by Nigerian Basketball Federation to camp, while coach Ogo Odaldo will lead the Nigerian D Tigers at the tournament. Now, the pre-Olympic qualifying tournament will hold in Lagos, Nigeria from 14th to 20th to August, 14th to 20th of August at the Echo Hotel and Suite. Now, only the winner of the tournament will qualify for the Olympic qualifying tournaments as African representative. Okay, what do you make of this one? First of all, let's start with the group where we have Nigeria. There is Senegal in that group, there is Mali in that group, and there is Uganda in that group. Do you see this group being an easy group for D Tigers?
Well, looking at the teams there, I think they're still very tough. Senegal, Mali, they're still tough teams. I'm very sad they're leaving it so late to try to qualify, and so many things have not really gone right and all that. But one of the advantages we are hosting the tournament is being hosted in Lagos, so it gives us maybe a little bit of advantage to see whether we can be able to qualify, because it's only the winners of this competition, this tournament, that will qualify. So for me, I'm not really happy we are leaving it very late. Other teams have qualified for the Olympics, but we are still scrabbling to see whether we'll be in Paris in 2024. So for me, they just have to bring their A game. I hear that some foreign-based players are around, so let's see how they can be able to help us to qualify for the Olympics. The last time we were there in Tokyo. This time around, if you're not there, it might really look so strange for us. But for me, I'm very happy we are hosting it. At least that added advantage, and let's see how the boys will go about this tournament to see whether we can be able to finish as winners.
In Group B, DR Congo, of course, is in Group B. Cameroon, Tunisia, Guinea as well in that group, and Team Nigeria will be looking forward, of course, to make a qualification, from this one. And we hear Ogo Odaldo, of course, will be the man to lead them, as it stands. Chimezeme too, actually the man, of course, heading the players to stand. We were supposed to have the man talking about Mike Brown. Of course, he's the coach, for the team. But what do you make of it? He's not in this one.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know the problem. Maybe whether there's an issue, or maybe, I don't know, engagements and all that. But
because the NBA is not on at the moment.
Yes, I've been seeing our players. Some of them are back. Even there was one that came back around in the Port Harcourt and all that. So I don't know the level of preparation. I don't know how they are taking this tournament, the seriousness, how they are taking it, because we need our best legs. We need to qualify. I don't know how they are going to do or go about it, but they need to qualify for this tournament. At least it gives us that representation. We have so many players playing outside and all that in the NBA and all that. In fact, basketball is something big in the country, and in Africa we are not really doing that bad. We saw what our girls did during the last tournament. They won that tournament, so it's not like we are doing very, very bad. So we need our best hands, and well, Oga Daudu has been there for a very long time. I think even when he's not the main man, he's always there in the coaching crew. So I think he has the experience. He's been there. He has tinkered this team before. So I'm not really that bothered whether we have a foreign coach or an NBA coach or not. I think Dawood knows these players. Mostly, he knows most of these players. And let's see how they go about in this tournament. But I want them to win it. Winning it is the sure deal. Anything apart from not winning it is a disaster.
All right, let's see how it goes. We look forward to see Nigeria, the Tigers, of course, qualifying for this one, especially. Everyone really wants to see them at the Paris 2024 Olympic. Let's stay away from that to take a look at athletics on the show. Now we hear that the Athletic Federation of Nigeria made its final list of athletes for 2023 World Championship, which begins on the 19th of this month in Budapest, Hungary. USB, the speed star Udodin Wazirika and Gobson Brume have been left out of the squad. Brume had pulled out for the championship 2 days ago, citing health issues, while Wazirika failed to recover in time from the injury he sustained at the CAA Outdoor Championship in the United States. The Athletic Federation of Nigeria has replaced them with the duel of Nicholas Fakorode and Carlington Nonaba. Top on the list is wide silver medalist long jumper Brume, USB's Oshekiri, Favor Ashe, and Alaba Kintela also made the list. Others are Seyi Okunlewe, Nathaniel Ezekiel, Nathaniel Samson, Duben Wachiku, Chidi Okeze, Samuel Okazi, and top short footer Chukwibuka Enekuche. On the women's list, to Budapest, Rosemary Chukuma, Feofili, Peter Kosio, and Justina Success Mokoro, Uko Nse Imabong, Patient George, Ella, Oke Opeini, and Ruth Usoro, Amechi Obakiri, Pamela Onabuba Ashley, Onyekwere Choma, and Olatoye Oyesade as well. So those are the players, of course, that will be representing Nigeria at the World Athletics Championship as it stands. But the Athletic Federation of Nigerian Technical Director Samuel Onikoko explained that world record holder in the 100 meters Oditobia Musun is already in the main entry list sent to the World Athletics as it stands. But the likes of Godson Brome, of course, they've actually stepped down due to injury, and all of that at this point in time. I don't know what you make of the replacements, and as well the players that will be, of course, representing Nigeria at the World Athletics Championship.
Well, them saying that Toby Amoso is in the main list, it gives me joy because I saw something. Was it during the week that she's out of the championship in Budapest, and I was somehow worried maybe something happened and all that. But they're coming to confirm that she's in the main entry. That means we have hope of medals in Budapest. The last time we went for a World Athletics Championship, we did very, very well, and we won medals. And for me, if I can be able to see Esebru there and some other people, there is hope for a good outing for the athletes from Nigeria. For me, I have seen the list. The usual names are there. People we have been seeing in the last 4 to 5 years. If I'm not wrong, they are all there. We have seen new cards and all that, and also some people are injured. I also had the likes of Grace Mokocha injured and all that. Not injured actually. She
was suspended.
Yes, because of some drug issues and all that. So she will not be in this championship. But I'm happy that Toby Amoso will be there, and also Esebrume also will be there. These are our regular athletes, people that have really done so well for us in the last 2 years. And so for me, I'm very, very happy, and seeing the list, I'm hopeful that Team Nigeria will do well in Budapest.
All right, let's hope for a better outing for Team Nigeria in the incoming World Athletics Championship as a star. Let's stay away from that as We'll move on to university games. Now, following the country's underwhelming performance at the just concluded World University Games in Chengdu, China, the Nigerian University Games Association says it will find ways to enhance the performance of each athlete in subsequent international competitions. Now, after missing the last edition in Napoli 2019, the country was represented by 27 athletes selected from 32 schools in 7 events at this year's game in China, but the contingent failed to win any medal at the games. Acting Secretary General for NUGA, Chidebere Ezani, said that the body was already exploring ways to reposition its student athletes for better performance, especially in terms of getting funds to prepare them for the competition. Okay, this is a very, very abysmal outing for Nigeria when it comes to the university games. They couldn't win any medal in all of the sports they participated in down there in China. What do you think could be the reason for the poor performance of Team Nigeria?
Well, it could go down to poor preparation. Yes, that has always been the issue, because you will not tell me we don't have the facilities. We have the facilities. In fact, we have what do they call it?
Have the facilities?
Yeah, we have the facilities. We have the high performance centers in Port Harcourt here. We have one in Lagos also. We also have some facilities. Go to the some universities.
I actually heard that apart from the facility, there was paucity of fund for them to prepare themselves down to the championship.
To the championship in China.
Over here, they were supposed to go with 100 athletes, but due to a lack of money, they now reduced the athletes to 27 and participated, thinking about 7 sports, and all of that. And at the end of the day, they couldn't win a medal from this edition of the championship.
Yeah, I'm not surprised when you go with 27 athletes. You're not even sure whether the athletes are even in good conditions and all that. It's not like we don't have the talents. We have the talents. In our universities, we have lots of talent. The problem is you don't prepare them. Maybe two weeks, let me say 1 week, you gather them. They will come and do prepare. When other universities across the world have been preparing for years, not even a year, I've been preparing for years for this tournament, and you don't expect them to do miracles. You don't expect it, because some of them are not even professional. Some of them are still maybe amateur. Some of them have not even gone professional. So they tend to struggle. Maybe if it's a professional, maybe you could say, okay, he has been training, he knows what is at stake and all that. But these are university students. They don't really know so much. I don't know. I might be wrong, but you don't just tell them maybe a week or maybe 2 weeks to just go, and maybe the numbers is also not very good. How can you say 27? That means it's only 27 athletes we have in Nuga across the country. When we have so many, so sad. Only in Uniport here, we have talents in Uniport. Only Uniport. Or I'm not even talking about Lagos. So it's very poor, and I'm not surprised they went there and failed. It's something they need to learn. And talking about funds, I don't know who funds Nuga. I don't know how they get their funds. Maybe I might do some research later. But when you know that these kind of tournaments are coming in future,
so they get their fund through sponsorship as well.
So why are they not sponsoring? These are, let me say, the future generations. They should get sponsors. I know back then all these, they are sponsors. I don't want to call their names, but we know some companies, we know some people that support all these school sports and all that. So they should come. If something that will bring something, just that they were not informed on time. If you have a better plan, if Nuga has set down plans and all that, they would have written to these people to at least make funds for them, traveling arrangements and all that, but they didn't do that. So I'm very sad they went there, they didn't even get even a bronze. It's very sad, actually.
It's a very, very abysmal outing, of course, for Nigeria in this edition of the university game in China. And we hope, of course, they will come back and put their house in order to make the next edition better and more better than what we've seen this time around. Let's talk handball as we hear Nigeria under 18 girls handball team got their second victory at the International Handball Federation Women Trophy African Continental Phase ongoing in Abidjan, because after they inflicted a humiliating 54 to 17 victory over Madagascar yesterday. Okay, that is a very huge margin, 54 to 17. This is their second, win in the championship, so far.
Yes, fantastic one. I think good one, good one. This is the kind of scoreline or the kind of performance we always want, and for me, it was really very, very good. Let's see how it goes. It's not about beating. When you go, you get to see the bigger people and tough opponents also and all that. But for me, that's a very, very good start. And let's see how they go from this tournament.
All right, so the girls under the tutelage of Coach Shitu Bewumi Agbola were determined to take the bull by the horn after their struggle a win over Guinea on day one of the competition, and they discombobulated Madagascar from the first second in the match, ending the first half 23-8. The second half continued just as same as Captain Esther Matthew led her teammates with a higher intensity as they ruthlessly destroyed their opponent by 31-8 score to earn a satisfactory 54-17 victory. Nigeria Taiwo Batunde was voted the MVP of the match, and the next match for Nigeria will be against Rwanda today at 1 p.m. Nigerian time. I'll keep our fingers crossed to see how that one, of course, will pan out at the end of the day. But let's talk tennis on the show as British #1 Katie Volta was swept aside in straight set by American teenager Coco Gauff in the second round of for the National Bank Open. Volta, who's 37 years, had not dropped a set in coming through two qualifying matches and her main draw opener in Montreal, but she lost 6-2, 6-2 to 19-year-old Coco Gauff, who will face Wimbledon champion Makeda Bundesova or the returning Karolina Wozniacki in the last 16. Elsewhere, 5th seed Caroline Garcia of France was upset 6-4, 4-6, 6-2 by the Czech Republic Maria Boskova, and Sloane Steven enjoyed the walkover into round 3 after Victoria Azarenka's withdrawal through injury. She's talking about tennis. Iga Swiatek navigated a very close match against Karolina Pliskova well to advance to the next round for the Canadian Open. The final score was 7-6, 6-2 for Swiatek, who moved on to the next round to face either Karolina Muchova or Sorona Aseksia. Now, Swiatek is on a 6-match winning streak, dating back to the Poland Open trial. Let's quickly stay away from tennis as we'll take a look at boxing on the show. It promises to be an interesting one this weekend, and as Anthony Joshua has acknowledged that he would not take, he would need to be on his A game in order to see off for the challenge of Robert Helenius. The two-time heavyweight world champion had been scheduled to face Dylan White in a rematch of their December 2015 fight before his opponent failed a drug test. And Martin Sports have moved quickly to find a replacement in Helenius, who was confirmed as the opponent on Tuesday after only making a return to the ring last weekend after 10 months absence, with Helenius having been knocked out in one round by Deontay Wilder in October and having previously lost a wide upon decision to White. Joshua is naturally regarded as the heavy favorite to prevail at the O2 Arena in London. And Joshua has said he has to be on his A game to defeat Helenius this weekend.
Yeah, he needs to be in his A game. And the fight somehow very strange for me because I heard that Helenius not really that big and all that. It's been long, and Anthony Joshua trying to get back to his feet after so many defeats in the past and all that, trying to get back to us that maybe world #1, trying to get back his bet and all that. It's not really been easy. He needs to fight and he needs to go up, down the ladder again. And for me, well, Helenius, I don't know whether it's a very big challenge for him. It's a fight that Anthony Joshua should win.
The man has had 32 wins from 36 outings.
It's 30, yes. So ahead. So, but my head has been long. He was on the ring. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been long, and got up there before he actually went on that break. I think he was actually defeated by Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder, yes.
At some point, and one other boxer as well. So coming down, so many persons are actually regarding. But people are saying that he might not be a very tough opponent for Anthony
Joshua, exactly.
Who has been trying to make a resurgence, in his boxing career.
Yes. So it's going to be a very interesting match. I would like to see this one. I would like to see this one to see how Joshua will be able to act during that fight in the boxing ring. The O2 Arena, whom he knows there, maybe. Let's see how it goes. I'm very indifferent. I don't really know. But I think Anthony Joshua should win this one.
All right, sir. At this point, we'll take a short break. And when we come back, of course, we'll dive straight into the beautiful world of football. We have a whole lot to talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. All right, sir. Please stay with us. When we'll come back, we'll dish all of that to you.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what the blood.
I have fought a very family.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
Welcome back. This is Sports Talk on Atlantic Television Network, and of course, we'll bring you the latest revolving around the world of sports at the moment. Let's talk football. Now, after their second round finish after the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup, Nigerian Super Falcons have landed in Nigeria. The Nigerian ladies put up an impressive display in the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. And for the first time, Falcons did not lose a single game at the group stage for the competition, despite having strong women's footballing nations in the group. The loss to the European champions England through a penalty on Monday, but their performance drew applause from across the globe. They landed at the Motala Airport in Lagos Wednesday afternoon from Australia, and the team coach Ronald Wardrum left the team camp on Tuesday and departed for his base in the United States of America. Okay, the Super Falcons, they're in the country now after an impressive performance at the FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. What do you make of this? There have been a whole lot of talks, about their performance. Everyone, of course, giving them that accolade. But there's an issue on ground that the Nigerian Football Federation, of course, really have to pay them their match bonuses. I think that was a day before yesterday. We saw FIPRO, coming up, of course, coming up in exchange of words with the Nigerian Football Federation in order for them to pay the girls, their match bonuses, at 8%. How do you see this panning out at the end or for the day?
I think people are involved now. Lots of bodies are involved, and it makes the case a very sensitive one. And for me, they just have to pay them. The issues now we are the one after the money that they will get from FIFA, whether the federation will pay them.
These bonuses they are talking about is since 2021.
Yes, I heard
some of the players have been paid, while some have not been paid.
Yes,
and that of the FIFA Women's World Cup now have not been paid at all. So are they still waiting for the money from FIFA to clear all these debts?
I don't really know. Maybe in the coming days we'll be able to get more stories about their payments and all that. They just came back, and for me, they did very well in Australia and New Zealand, and they were very unfortunate to go out on penalties, and they went throughout the tournament unbeaten. They were not defeated, and for me that was a very, very good performance from them. Even at that, I think the country should be able to acknowledge them, at least tell them that they did very well, appreciate them, and also maybe give them something if it's possible. I know they want to serve their father's land, they want to represent their father's land, but sometimes you have to take care of their welfare. You need to at least give them something, appreciate them for what they did. I think all these things will be resolved. I think it will be resolved. I think FIFA is paying attention to this issue. They say they will monitor the payments and all that. And so for me, I'm very, very confident the money will be paid. But I don't know about the ones that have been owed before. I don't know the agreement when it happened. I don't know how they will allow them to pay some people, they will not pay some people. It's not really that good. Because when you pay some people and don't pay the other ones, you are trying to tell them that you are not taking them serious. You have some people you are taking serious, and people you are not taking serious. And for me, it's not the right way to go about it. So I hope they are able to resolve these issues in the coming days. I don't want to be hearing any other thing. I know how all these things happen. They will come to an agreement, and maybe in years to come again, we'll start hearing, that time in 2023, the money, they didn't really pay also. They said, we will see you later. All those kind of stuff will just come out. So I want the issue to be resolved once and for all.
All right, it's all about the coach as well, Randy Wardrum. His contract with the NFF will expire ending of this month. So a whole lot of persons are asking, asking the NFF, of course, to renew his contract. And I don't know what you make of it. Should his contract, should the NFF renew his contract or let him go at this point?
I will tell you something. I really saw improvements in these games. I don't know about you, but the level of performance changed. In fact, this is the Super Falcons team in years. Since I started watching the Super Falcons, I saw improvement both in defense. The only where they were lacking was in attack. The attack was kind of blunt. But in terms of organization, tactics, in fact, how the guys played, I don't know, maybe the Nigerian spirit, they decided to go for it. And even if you want to go with all your heart, if the coach input is not there, you tend to fail. But in these games that they played, I saw improvements. I saw a coach in action. I saw a coach doing so much in terms of thinking these guys. Look at how they played against the Lioness of England. The performance was very impressive. In fact, they frustrated the England girls. One had to get a red card. So, in terms of the performance, how Randy Wardrum has been able to galvanize these girls tactically, I think it was fantastic, and I don't want it to stop. There's a lot of young players coming in. The old guards will go very, very soon. I think this is the last tournament for some of the old guards and in the team. So I think if the NFF they want continuity, forget about what happened before the tournament started. The coach came out to talk and all that. I think this is the man for the future. I think the man is not disturbed. He has a job. He has a job. He has a coaching job in the US. So it's not really disturbed whether his contract will be renewed or not. But I know this is a job he loves. He said he loves the girls. And for me, I want him to continue. At least the next outcome and also the next Olympics in Paris. I think we will see whether the coach have really done so much to this team, or maybe what we saw there was just a fluke. So for me, I want his contract to be renewed. I don't know how.
All right, let's say it. He's talking about the coach of the Super Falcons, Randy Wardrum. He said that he's willing, of course, to walk up with the Super Falcons, but it all lies on the decision from the Nigerian Football Federation. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see what the federation will do in the coming years. Let's take a trip to Europe now, as we hear that former Bournemouth boss Gabriel Mel has been announced as the new manager of Wolverhampton Wanderers, replacing Julian Lopetegui on a 3-year deal. Lopetegui's exit from Morelenus was confirmed on Tuesday, just 3 days before the 2023 and 2024 Premier League season begins. Anel led Bournemouth to 15th position last season, but was sacked on June 19. The 40-year-old is a Wolves' fourth manager in just over 2 years. His first assignment will come on Monday when Wolves travel to Old Trafford to face Manchester United. Another manager for Wolverhampton Wanderers, okay.
Yeah, for me, a very poor decision. If you know you wanted to sack the manager or you don't want to continue with him, you wouldn't have allowed him to take over pre-season and all that. Yeah. They have already almost, pre-season is over. Now you give a team that has been training under specific training methods and all that to a manager now to come and do what? To do magic. I don't know. I don't know how some management. I don't know how what happened. Disagreement between Lopetegui and the Wolves hierarchy. I don't know really what happened.
Well, I think. What's the issue with Wolves when it comes to sacking and hiring managers? 4 managers in the space of 3 years.
It's a big concern. I think even the players in the team will not really like it because of the uncertainties of these managers. Because now the coach has signed players based on his tactics, players he will use for a specific role in the team. Now you're bringing another manager. The new manager now would like to also get his own players. Maybe the players the former manager bought might not really be the kind of players he wants. Now, that is one thing about changing managers. Because every manager has his own tactics, every manager has his own style of play. So I don't know how it's going to be. The coach will need to find a way to use these players that are there. I think Gary O'Neill, fantastic manager. I saw what he did with Bournemouth last season, how he was able to come in at that very crucial stage. He took them out of the relegation zone. So a lot is being expected of him at Wolves. I think Wolves is a bigger team. Also, they fought relegation last season, so I don't know how it's going to be. So, good luck to him.
Okay.
I don't know the magic he's going to use, but I wish him well.
All right, let's see how it goes there for Gary O'Neill. Let's quickly move on now. So take a look at transfer. Harry Maguire, we hear about Manchester United. They've agreed on a deal to sell him to West Ham United for £30 million. What do you make of this move for Harry Maguire?
I think that's the best place to go at the moment. I think there have been a lot of backlash. If anything he does on the pitch is being criticized by even neutrals, not even Manchester United fans. So the pressure is really on Harry Maguire to leave Manchester United. And for me, that's the best thing to do in this window, to leave Manchester United. West Ham, well, it's still a very decent team. I think the quality in that side is also on the rise. Top-notch team. They won the UEFA Conference League, so they'll be playing in the Europa League. Also a very, very big competition these days. So West Ham is a team that, for me, you might say, okay, coming down from Manchester United to West Ham,
but talking about Harry Maguire, when he was at Leicester City, he was performing very well.
Yeah.
Manchester United have to get him for £80 million. I think that's the highest when it comes to getting a defender in the English Premier League, as it stands. Do you think, Manchester United, of course, have a hand in his poor performance, at the moment?
Yeah, I will give them some part of the blame, and I think
because a player was doing well, coming to your team.
When he came to Manchester United, the first few seasons he did very, very well.
So what happened?
He lost form and all that due to, I don't know what I would say, managerial changes and poor performance and all that, and when he played for England, it's a little bit different. When he played for Manchester United, it seems like Harry Maguire is a disaster. So, for me, the best thing for both parties is to part ways. And for me, I think that would be a very good decision for him leaving the club.
All right, let's see if Harry Maguire, of course, will get back his form at West Ham United. We hear the deal has been agreed, and come next season, he will be a West Ham United player. At this point, we'll call it to wrap on the show. So thanks to Woki for joining us this morning.
Always a pleasure.
All right, we'll be back by 6 p.m. on Sports Extraordinary to bring you the latest revolving around the world of sports. Don't forget, peace and unity are always the pathways to progress. My name is Kingsley Manuel. Thanks for watching.
Telling him not to counterpunch. Oh,